YTV, what a jolly good show!
Well, Tony, you're massively
Right, we're here with Nigel Mercer, producer director YTV. Nigel, what are we doing here today?
We're doing one of our restaurant reviews that we do in all the towns and cities that take cable that we visit, in conjunction with our roadshow, which is happening in Andover in the week of whatever next week is, can't remember the date. Yeah. But we do a restaurant review and a celebrity interview, and the restaurant review usually consists of celebrities talking about life and sort of their past, as it were, over a nice meal.
Yeah, right. Must be a pretty hectic schedule for you, I guess, rushing around the countryside doing this.
Today's not bad, actually. I mean, I have got to go back at the end of the day and do the live wire debate tonight, so I won't finish till about 11 o'clock. But no, it's when we've just got the two jobs to do on the day, it's not too bad. It's sometimes we've got like 3 or 4 jobs in different locations, some of which location can be up to about 20-25 miles apart, and that's when it gets a little bit busy. It's a good company. It's like everything you get in a proper television station, because all of us are from a proper television, broadcast television background, and it's the same sort of atmosphere, except it's more kind of pioneering spirit. There's more flexibility with ideas. There's not somebody there stopping you doing, running something that's new, because we're trying to find, various things. But no, it's an exciting place to work for as well, because we don't know how big it's going to get, and no, it's good. I enjoy working there.
So what is the live stuff like? I mean, it must be quite exciting.
Live, yeah. Well, I mean, we do from 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 11 o'clock at night live, of which I should think between 3 and 4 hours is actually live. That's barring commercials and acquisitions and things. I should think between 3.5 and 4 hours out of that 10 hours is live. And from a director's point of view, you're doing your own switching, i.e. your own vision mixing. And yeah, it's good. I mean, it is good, and it's I think that some of the other directors are exceedingly good, and it's fraught, as most live operations are, but I mean, that's part of the enjoyment of doing it.
And who's this lovely lady behind you? Can you
Femi okay. Hey, girlfriend.
Come up.
Hello.
Come on.
Hiya.
How are you? What's this guy like to work with, Nigel?
Oh, he is a wonderful director.
Is he?
Yeah,
is
truly
he?
wonderful. Inspired. And you give me that $5 later, Nigel.
Yeah, that's right.
So how long have you been working for Wire?
Since the beginning, which was May '93. Yeah.
May '93. You enjoying it?
Yeah, it's great fun.
There's a good bunch of guys to work with, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you get tired rushing around the countryside?
No, it's lovely, because YTV is the cable network, so it's right across the country.
Right.
So when we come in Andover, the next week I'm in Newcastle, then Edinburgh.
Yeah.
It's very exciting, very stimulating.
Yeah. So you're going to be interviewing Tony today.
Yeah.
From the Trogs.
Absolutely.
So that should be interesting. A lot of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get the interview anyway.
All right.
See what's going on.
And I'm also interviewing him, the interviewer.
Oh,
Peculiar, isn't it?
yeah, it's going to be quite interesting.
Alan.
Quite interesting.
Yeah.
Bit of interactive TV. So anyway, it's down to Nigel, because Nigel's directing.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is Towns Television, yeah.
Top quality produce and prices you can afford at Kenyon's Fruit and Vegetable Shop, Wayhill Road, Andover. Open daily Monday to Friday and Saturday mornings. Also in stock are eggs, flowers, pet supplies and canner gas. Mention Town TV and buy Wiltshire potatoes for only $2.99 for £55.
Shopping is closer to you, the Chantry Centre.
From fashion to photos, flowers to food, furnishing to fabrics, pharmacies to finance, fitness to footwear, and cuddly toys. The Chantry Centre has it all and lots more, all under one roof. And there's parking for over 650 cars. Shop the Chantry way and you'll be
Feeling great, it's the Chantry Centre.
the Chantry Centre in the centre of Andover.
So where are we
going to Salisbury racecourse today. Times have been a bit tough, so I thought, well, if I take you and Steve there, see if we can have a little bet on the races.
We're going to win our wages, eh?
I think we're going to win our wages, yeah. So it's a bit grey and a bit overcast, but I've been told it's going to brighten up in a minute, and so let's hope we have a successful day's racing. What are you going to bet on then, Dan?
I don't know. I tend to bet on the pretty ones, actually.
Really?
Yeah, that's the horses, not the stable girls.
But you told me you're an expert. You go around filming Racing World, and
Well, it doesn't make me an expert. It just means I can take pictures of horses.
Oh, right.
Quite well.
So if they've got 4 legs and
Yeah.
the tail, they should be all right.
Yeah. And they can walk in the right direction without falling over. That's a racehorse.
Okay. All right.
They're all mad though, apparently.
They're all mad.
Yeah, because they're all bred from 4 stallions that came to England in the 1600s, I think it was.
Oh, I see.
So they're heavily into bred, and they're kind of crazy and loony, really, racehorses.
Well, you can see we're getting near Salisbury because there's the cathedral. So, Steve, if you can do a little shot of the cathedral just to prove to Town TV viewers that we are where we say we are, and looking forward to a successful day's racing. So, over and out. We'll see you on the racecourse meeting some local celebrities. Well, I hope we don't have to get the horse box out tonight.
That's a sleeping one.
Congratulations, of course, to the owner, Chris Salman.
So here we are at Salisbury. It's going soft, they tell us. It's quite a cloudy day. Been some rain overnight, but the sun keeps popping in and out. And that was a 2:25. That was the EBF London Trust race, and it was won by Richard Hannon's horse, Twin Falls. And now Richard's a local trainer, as you probably know, and that was his 154th win. We'll be looking around to find some local racing personalities and keep in touch.
It's one of the oldest racecourses in the country. We've been racing here for over 400 years, and it's the home of the oldest racing club in Great Britain, which is the Bibury Club, which has moved around various parts of the country and has now been here for almost 100 years. We put on good racing. I mean, I always think we're one of the best small courses, and put on racing of a high calibre here.
What sort of people do you want to entertain at Salisbury? There's a cross-section of...
Total cross-section. I mean, we like to see everyone up here. I mean, it is a wonderful cross-section. We have people who, from the owners who are spending an awful lot of money and owning a horse, down to those who are just paying a few pounds to come here, possibly winning a few bets, and everyone hopefully enjoys it.
Okay, and well, last time we saw you, you were down at Andover Football Club.
Right.
And Andover are doing very well at the moment, aren't they?
They are, very well, yeah. Looking forward to Saturday's game.
Yeah? Who are you playing
first
for?
round in the Hampshire Cup against Hartley Whitney.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think you might do well?
I think
and
so,
you're,
yeah.
Calvin Hutchinson doing well, isn't he?
Yep, he's with us. He's still staying with us, you know. We just signed a new player last night from Whitchurch, Stuart Thompson.
Oh, brilliant.
So adding strength to the team all the time.
Okay. Anyway, we're not here playing football today. We're here watching horse racing.
That's true.
And you've had 3 runners today, and we're now at the 4:25, and you've got Mary Kirk running. So, how long have you been training then?
That's a good question, isn't it? 83, so it's 10 years, isn't it?
Really? Yeah. And whereabouts do you train?
At Danebury, which is near Stockbridge.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, successful horses. What have you had?
I think Modesto's been my greatest success because we claimed it fairly cheaply as racing terms, 14,000 guineas, and we've won 9 races with it. And it's having a rest now in the paddock, but it'll come back and win again, I'm sure, you know. And it's won some good races, you know.
So how about Mary Kirk in this race now, the 4:25?
Well, she's a 2-year-old having its first run. In a way, it's in the wrong race today. The owner wants to run it here because he's local and he's entertaining his clients.
Right.
But we wouldn't expect him to win this race, you know.
Okay, and who's riding it today?
Jimmy Quinn.
Jimmy Quinn, okay. Well, right, we're going to go and film the race and have a successful one, and we'll see you later on.
Fine, thanks very much.
Cheers.
Okay,
see
bye.
you football.
Thank you.
Yes, walk quietly forward and don't rush. He's not on the rostrum yet, behave.
Flat or jumping, Toby? What do you prefer?
Well, I'm better known for the jumpers, aren't I? And I've been lucky enough to train some of the best. But no, I'm an all-year-round man. I always train my 10 or 12 winners every summer, and it keeps the facility working and the trainer busy. No, jumping's where my heart is. I'm a jumping man.
So how many horses at 5 foot at the moment?
We've got 55 in at the minute, and I think we'll probably stick around there. I think that's probably enough, really.
Yeah. But you like the area, obviously, 5 foot, and the pub next door.
Well, Highland Wedding, yes. A lot of people thought it should have changed its name with Little Polville, which is something I never understood. There'd have to be another pub called that. No, the pub's a landmark, the place is history, and we're happy there.
Yeah, well, it's great to have you back, and hopefully we can follow you through the season.
Yes, certainly. Now, we've got plenty of jumpers knocking about, and Morley Street walks back into the yard on Friday to go chasing, and Beach Road will be back in a minute, and Forest Sun's ready, and Flash the Cash goes soon, and Romney King runs at Newton next week, so we've got plenty of action.
Well, maybe we can come along and have a look.
Of course.
Show the viewers the yard.
You'd be welcome.
Okay, smashing. Lovely to talk to you.
And you.
Thanks very much.
On one of them, head turner, 144 or 146. £30, mate. It's John, but it's Joe because many years ago when I applied for a licence there was another bookmaker from Redditch, I think it was from Redditch, called John. So they said, well, you can't bet as John, so the lad was called Joe, so hence the Joe bait.
There's a lot of people down that lens or know you from a long time ago when you used to be a singer.
This is Town TV.
This is Town TV.
Yeah. A lot of people down that lens might know you from many years ago. Yeah, years ago, I was from Andover, obviously, Silver Birch Road.
That's right.
And
you had made a few records, didn't you?
We made a few records, didn't we? We didn't make very many good records, but we made a few records,
You did a solo one on...
Did a solo with CBS called Where Were You Last Night?
That's it.
Sold about 24 copies. My mother bought 23. She used to work in Jill's Cafe down on Bridge Street in those days. But honestly, when I go back to Andover a fair bit now, and it's just unrecognisable, you never see anybody.
Yeah. But it's quite interesting, the racing world's quite well connected to Andover, isn't it? You've got Richard Hannon, Toby Balding.
Well, of course. As you well know, Richard Hannon many, many years ago was the drummer in the old band. We were in a band called the Men Friday, and Richard was the drummer.
Yep.
And if anybody said to me, he'll finish up champion trainer, and this is no disrespect to Richard whatsoever, I mean, it's an absolute... It's an absolute...
He's doing pretty well. 154 winners this year.
154 winners, and that was another one. That was a Hannon horse, it's just one.
Yeah.
The nice thing about Richard, he's never lost the common touch. You see him at the races and he'll stop and talk to anybody and...
Completely ignore you.
Completely ignore you. No, he's a good lad, Richard.
So, how did you get into bookmaking? Is that a long story? Or?
Well, not really. I've always had there's the Irish blood in me, I think, and I've always loved racing, and I started many years ago, literally on a day like this, fetching the tea for an old London bookmaker at Newbury was betting, called Johnny Dyer, and he said to me, well, you better learn to do a bit of tic-tac, and then that's how it went along. And somebody said, you ought to get a bookmaker's licence and apply for some pitches. But of course I didn't realise it was going to take 15, 16 years to get any, but I was very lucky, so I applied, and that's how I got the pitches, really.
And you're enjoying yourself anyway?
Love it. Love it to death.
Great time.
Losing, but love it to death.
It's your good lady wife over there.
Yeah, this is Rita. She's very embarrassed. Rita? She's not an Andover girl. Hello there. Yeah, anyway. I can't get away. She works. We work with 2A radio, so she is always on the other end of this. Right. Hannon will always say to me, Richard Hannon, is she on the other end? I can't chat any women up around the paddock. She's on top of me all the time. But so anyway, love it.
Well, it's great to talk to you.
It's nice talking to you.
Hope to see you back in
Andover.
And
I hope
shortly.
all you people back in Andover keep watching Town TV because it's the coming thing. Take
Thanks
care.
A lot, John. a great day out at the races, and here's Tony the cameraman. Tony, can you tell me how much you won this afternoon?
Minus 14 quid.
Minus 14 quid. And
It's a big win.
Did you go for Ken Cunningham's brown horse in the last?
It was sort of brown. I think it had a white bit on the front as well, and it pointed bits at the top of its head.
Or even Ken Cunningham's Cunningham Brown's horse. Did you go for Ken Cunningham's brown's horse? I saw it came in tailing last.
It wasn't Ken Cunningham White's horse. Brown thing.
It could have been.
It wasn't. It did come last, I think, yeah.
But as a man who does a lot of filming for Racing World, did you enjoy this afternoon?
I did. It's splendid because it's such a lovely track. It's friendly and it's not got the franticness of the big tracks. People pushing you around and stewards and things like that. It's a great place to come.
And we met some great people.
Yeah.
Met John Bates, the great singer.
Yes, the great singer, yes.
And Ken Cunningham Brown, I said it right that time. And we interviewed everything that moved, really. But anyway, here we are, leaving Salisbury now. Tony's trying to get a lift in a horse box, so he's got no money left.
Broke, absolutely.
Look, there we are. So
white-eared elephant, nothing left.
Bet it all on the last race, but never mind. Okay, so over and out. See you back in Andover.
Visit Primetime in Shakespeare Avenue off the Drove in Andover. We stock over 1,000 console games. Mention Tan TV and we'll give you a £2 discount. Primetime is open 7 days a week till 9. Phone Andover 334400 now.
County Sewing at 92 High Street, Andover is now under new management. We supply and service leading brands of sewing and knitting machines. We also stock dress patterns, Rose and Hubble dress fabrics and haberdashery. County Sewing, 92 High Street, Andover. Telephone 324 060. Susanna Dressmakers are specialists in bridal and evening wear, day wear, children's clothes, alterations and repairs. Susanna, now at 92 High Street, Andover, above County Sewing. Telephone Andover 33 7139.
Right, now we're talking to John Taylor, who actually got this thing together, and I believe that it first started off by John getting in touch with the local council. And tell me if that's how it worked.
That's more or less right. The council got in touch with me actually, and asked if I could get a team together to play GOC. And it's more or less went from there. They gave me a few addresses and a few phone numbers, and it more or less went from there. We could have got a really good dart team to really give them a good game, or we could get a good friendly dart team, and which is what we went with a soft touch in the end. Yeah. And we've had a good weekend.
Willie, you've been you have twinned with other towns in Europe before, in Veghel, in the Netherlands. And how's that been going up to now? Or how long have you been doing it up to now?
4 years ago we started to twin up between the towns. We swap every year, one times in Netherlands, one times in Germany, to play some championships.
Who's winning on the darts scene? Are you or Veghel? Who's winning? Who's the best at darts?
When we are in Netherlands, a German wins. When we're in Germany, a Netherlands wins.
How are you getting on with our German friends that's over here at the moment?
Well, really well. I mean, I met one of the guys, Bruno. He's a nice chap. He's about to play in a few minutes, but he's trying. They're all trying to art out, and a great bunch of blokes. I'm looking forward to going over there next year. Hopefully, if I get picked.
I mean, it looks as if it's going to be 6-0 or something like that. Don't you feel?
No, I think it'll be more than that.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, we won't say anything.
I was expecting probably a better play from them, but I think it's being they're outside their own town, and I think they'll give us I think they'll give us a better game over there. To be honest, they've got their own supporters. We got supporters in here, and I reckon they'll definitely give us a better game over there. I can't see them winning, but
well, we shall wait and see.
This has been a meeting of the 3 twin towns, and the main object was to discuss the theme of youth and leisure in our 3 towns and make comparisons and hopefully draw some useful conclusions to improve each of us.
Will we be having some youth schemes going between our twinning towns from now? Is there any plans in the future for that?
I think this is ongoing because today we've held competitions with teams that have come from Gok and Redon in athletics and darts here, and a short while ago in the leisure centre at Cricklade, judo. And then we've also had entertainment teams from all 3 towns giving us displays and entertaining the shoppers in the Chantry Centre.
Hey, my name is Amar Freekamp and I'm a member of our dart team here, and we've been here and we hope that we can win just a few games, but in the moment it looks like that we are the big losers for the day.
Is that's what's happening at the moment?
Yeah, in the moment it looks like, yeah.
You're not telling me that Andover is stuffing you. You can't allow this.
Well, I'll be a little bit careful, and I don't want to say that we are the big winners, but I think this day is long and we got still a few games open, so I hope the best for my team.
How long? You're over here for a weekend, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
So you arrived, what day did you arrive?
We arrived yesterday and we are leaving already tomorrow. Yeah. And we feel a little bit sad about it because there's people here, especially in Andover, our guest families, they are so friendly that we really would like to stay a few days longer, but we can't, you know.
So will there be an opportunity for Andoverians to go over to you, and they will come over to Gok and stay with the families over there?
Yeah, we hope that we can arrange it, that it doesn't take too long, that the Andover person coming over to Gok, and that we can do the same in our town, like we're doing in a moment here in Andover.
One of the biggest things was to get together this morning to learn some lessons about how the 3 communities approach support for leisure and the youth and their major commitment that they make in those kind of fields. And so we spent about 3 hours this morning in the Cricklade College hearing presentations, each one of the towns making clear what they did to support their communities so that the other 2 were then aware of the kind of things that they could do to follow on. We need to make sure that there are networks that can give us lessons from other places, and today was one of those occasions when we were able to learn from their experiences, and these I think can in fact be translated into some local initiatives here in Andover. So a lot of cooperation. Still some time to come this evening when we're going to have a presentation and a play at Cricklade College, hopefully in mime because we still suffer from the usual language difficulties. So a supper and a play later on, and I think everybody are going to retire happily to bed this evening, and then sadly back to either Redon or Gok tomorrow and back to work on Monday. But a very, very successful weekend for everybody involved.
Well, thank you very much for coming. I'd like to ask Councillor George King, as the Mayor of Test Valley, to present the trophies along with Mayor Billy Buck from Gok, who is going to present the trophies there. The winners, I understand, were Andover. George, would you like to present them? Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. Well
done. Check this out for a chemist. Does your chemist offer you free perfume delivery, free gift wrapping, free film on all developing and printing, free prescription pickup and home delivery? Cooper's the chemist does. So why not call in to 27 High Street, Andover? Telephone 352 400.
We're here today. We've just left Tony's, shot off in the horse box. I think he managed to thumb his lift after losing a substantial amount of money at the horse racing. So we're over in Salisbury Marketplace at the moment. It's not bad actually. It's quite a nice market. It's bigger than the one in Andover. We've done marketplaces before. We did the one the other week. And we had some fun on that one. So we're going to have a wander around here today and see what they've got. It's quite busy. So and then we'll pop over and have a look at the cathedral later, I think. Yeah, we're going to have a look at the cathedral. So we'll see you in a minute. Just got told to go away in short, sharp, jerky movements. I mean, that was good fun, wasn't it? How the dictator's off on his way with a tripod.
And a little bit of research.
He's researching. What are we doing next week? We're over in next week,
Well,
aren't we?
Chrissy's going to be here. Chrissy's going to be in Salisbury doing the research. I think we're going to try and check out Toya and
Mr. Heath.
Mr. Heath. And Dave D, Dozy and
the other geezers.
The rest. So we're just here just doing a little recce.
We're going to have a wander around. It's going to be a bit of a giggle, isn't it?
Come on and get your bargains, though it's 50 hours.
What's this coming up over there? Ice. Sid.
We're having a look around Salisbury for the viewers. So.
Are you the same Sid that was selling the gas shares?
No.
You're not? That's no good then, is it?
But what are you doing about it today then?
We're just going to have a wander around, have a chat.
But what's it for then?
It's for cable network.
Oh.
So,
cable. They had Meridian the other day.
Oh, you have Meridian? Oh, we will go away then. Meridian, we don't talk about them people. Tell me, how long have you actually been on the markets?
This pitch here, 35 years.
35 years?
35 years.
35 years? You don't look that old.
And that's like when I was 4.
I'll tell you what though, it's gone up market now, markets, haven't they?
Yes.
Up market.
Yes.
He's got a mobile phone behind there.
Yes.
He can be reached at any time.
You've got to be with it, you see.
You've got to be
with it.
Got to be contactable.
You've got to be what called same as the shops. The shops are your opposition now.
Yeah.
So
So
you've got
So you got what do you actually sell? Just towels and
towels, duvets, bedspreads, everything like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what sort of prices you got? So you got some stuff over there for selling fitted sheets, $5.99. That's quite cheap, isn't it?
Yeah. Is this coming? Where's this? Who told you to come and see me then?
No one. We're just wandering around.
Oh, I see.
We thought, hello, we're going to have a walk. We're going to have a
Hold it a minute. Just a minute.
Hang on. Where's he going? Where's he going?
We do have a sign, as seen on television.
As seen on TV.
Somewhere.
He must be as famous as Edward Heath.
Sid, what? As seen on TV. When did you had that one the other week for Meridian then? I know what I can smell. I can smell food. I can smell food. I'm hungry. Are you hungry? I'm hungry. You hungry?
Very hungry.
We're all hungry.
Whole crew's up. We're in search of food.
In search of food. In search of paradise.
That's right.
Where is the food place?
Follow Dave there, and hopefully I'll find some food for us.
Food. Coming all what? Are you going to stand out there all day? You've been moaning and whinging about food. Are you going to come in all what? Yeah? Yeah? Thank you. Come on. Well, as we said, we're going to find something to eat. Here's a little taster of what's coming up for next week. So, excuse the pun. That's Alan's idea, that one. It's, what's the name of this place?
The Market Inn, or
The Market Inn. Lovely food. This is a vegetable pie, veggies and potatoes. Steve's got the same. Alan's got sausage, chips and beans, I think. Jeff's got sausage, chips and beans as well.
We still haven't found Edward Heath yet.
No.
But no doubt we will.
Whilst on the subject, though, excuse me speaking with my mouthful, over the next few weeks, or the build up to Christmas, we're going to be sort of telling you a few things about different places where you can go, different places where you can... This is clever, isn't it? Booking your Christmas parties for your works dues or your birthday parties or whatever. But we're going to do a bit about that, take you around some of the local areas and give you some ideas of what you can do over Christmas. So, we're going to finish. I'm going to finish off your food before it gets cold. It's nice, though, isn't it?
Sounds the cameraman.
Yeah, the cameraman's he's getting hungry. He's going to get steamed up camera lenses as well. So we'll see you in a minute. We're going to go off to the cathedral in a minute. Off to the cathedral. Church Close, Salisbury. Why they call it Church Close, I don't know, because that's actually a cathedral. We're just coming into autumn now. It's the first time I've had to wear my jacket or a coat and shoe because it's been quite cold actually today. We've been running around the market earlier, and that should hopefully, all things being well, come out quite well for you. But we're just wrecking around the court round here at the moment to find where Mr. Heath lives, and hopefully come back next week and maybe have a word with him.
Cheers, Tone. Hey, it's to Tone TV. This is what we do on location, Tone TV. I mean, this is what we really do on location. But it's a slightly different day here today. We're going to be interviewed by Femi on YTV, so just let them take over.
Alan Brindley.
Yes, hi.
Hiya, Alan.
Hi, how you doing?
Femi,
how are you?
Good to meet you.
Hey.
Rock and
We're
roll.
chatting to two wild things.
Wild. Less wild than we used to be.
Yeah. Alan, how long were you in the Trogs for?
I was just in the early days.
Right, Tony?
20 years.
20 years. Tony?
Not.
Oh, you're wearing well, you're wearing well. Alan, when did you leave the Trogs?
I left just prior to '66, unfortunately, just prior to Wild Thing, which was a shame, but there we are, never mind.
That's bad timing if ever I heard of
That's
it.
right.
You left before the
Yeah,
biggie.
the big one, yeah.
And Tony's that I lived with you for the last 20 years, that song.
Always. I'm still playing it now. Because we're still doing a few gigs. Alan and myself have got a band together and we're back again playing. And it's, I don't know whether I can keep it up. After all these years.
Well, you've kind of diversified. You've done all sorts of things between the 60s and the 90s.
That's right.
And we're going to be chatting about some of them over lunch.
Right.
But we're actually here in Essendon Manor. What's the food like here?
I haven't eaten here. Alan has, and he says it's brilliant. So
It's a beautiful restaurant. Very expensive, so...
Yeah, so
Why
you're
TV's
the
up to
same,
that,
you
but
musos.
it's really
You do
beautiful.
anything for a free lunch.
I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, okay,
But,
so I mean, we've got our menus here. I think you've already pre-selected, so take us through.
Yeah.
The mussels are superb. I've had those
Definitely
before.
the
They are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Really go for the mussels. And the wine is a really good Australian Chardonnay, so we'll have a bit of that too.
So how come Two Lads from Andover's got such swanky taste then?
Rock and roll, I suppose, isn't it?
There's a lot of people in Andover who've got swanky tastes.
Slap my wrist. I'm being rude, aren't I?
Actually, Tony's from Dublin originally.
I'm actually from Dublin. We've got a lot of good taste over there as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Wir sind das Dart-Team von Goch. Und Town TV ist wonderful!
AB Training works to provide quality training, matching people's skills and potential to the needs of local employers, achieving greater prosperity in the community. AB Training is approved by Hampshire Training and Enterprise Council to operate new horizons for training. AB Training, making skills work.
I'd like to thank all of you for watching me and my little show here tonight. If you've enjoyed it, then it's all been well worth it.
Good night, going to say to Carol.
Oh, no!
I'm Carol.
Mr. Mayor, Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank Petty Wood very much indeed for asking me to be here today to open one of the most advanced food distribution centres in the country. Of course, the development of the motor car has been very tightly tied to the development of the industry generally, and the need for faster and more efficient means of distributing goods. Today I arrived in a 1914 Albion, built in Glasgow, part of the National Motor Museum collection. A small lorry, but which was in its day at the height of new technology. It still goes extremely well, and I've even managed to exceed 40 miles an hour in it, downhill with a strong wind on the London to Brighton historic commercial vehicle run. I'm told that Petty Wood installed the first telephone link under the River Thames as long ago as 1887. And I like to think that Petty Wood also were pioneers in the use of transport for food. Indeed they were. So I'm sure that with your commitment to quality foods and your desire to use the newest in technology, you will continue your success of the last 175 years in the future. I, for one, as one of your clients, sincerely hope so. So I now have great pleasure in declaring this new building open.
Richard, quite an exciting day for you today.
Yes, it is. Very exciting day. Start of a new future, I think, for us.
So what are the connection with Lord Montague, do you think?
Well, he's interested in the area, I think, and interested, obviously, in the transport business, and we're very much in the transport business and food distribution.
So how long have you been chairman of Petty Wood?
3 years, yes. 3 interesting years.
So you're telling me about Mr. Wood, who's here today.
Yes, Mr. Wood is 4th generation of the management of the owners of the business, and he was chairman one before me, in fact.
So you've seen a lot of changes in that time, obviously.
A lot, yes. When I joined in 1946, the computer was not a thing that we ever saw, and that was new to us. And over the years we've seen enormous changes, particularly on the technical side. I retired 3 years ago. I think probably just about the right time, all too difficult for me now.
Well, we've got Mayor George King here from Andover. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
And nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
You seem to keep meeting in all these different locations.
We do indeed.
We do. So it's quite nice to be here today looking at all these brands we know so well, isn't it?
It is. Yes, I think it's a very enterprising business.
Yeah. And Lord Montague turning up was quite a bonus for Andover.
Yes. Oh yes. I like this old delivery van.
It was wonderful, wasn't it?
Yes.
An Albion.
Albion. That's right. And I don't know whether it's cheating, but I asked whether the tyres were solid, but they're not. They're pneumatic. I'm not quite sure whether that was on then, but.
Yeah, you wouldn't replace it for your mayor's vehicle, would you? No, you wouldn't drive around.
No, I don't think so. No, I have to move a bit faster than that.
Okay. Well, Smashy, it's great to talk to you, and thanks for coming today.
Not a bit. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
This is a high bay warehouse with 5 pallets high. There's 500,000 cases are stored in the whole area, and about 1,200 lines picked from this location. The computer works out exactly the ideal location for any particular line in the warehouse, depending on whether it's slow moving, fast moving. And every night when we work out when the computer dispatches invoices come off for the following day, the computer will work out exactly how much stock is required for the next day's deliveries, and it will allocate all the stock that may be around the warehouse, sort of further up. It will allocate it all to be dropped down. In a very large warehouse where they maybe only have sort of 20 lines, they can have robotised picking of the pallets and that sort of thing.
2 men running down the sides of this motor car.
That's right, yes, it's all.
We have some first impressions on the warehouse.
Well, it's very impressive, yes. Fantastic.
It's quite staggering, isn't it? The amount of...
It's actually the only distribution centre in the country that has got warm room facilities, which we'll show you in a minute, heated warehouse and a cool room as well.
Now, that presumably is one delivery to a particular shop.
That's right.
But when it goes into the truck, is it stay on that?
It will stay on that and then will be rolled off or unloaded by hand at the other end into the
So that's
the shop.
I mean, they're kept separate in that way.
Yes, that's right. We're now just quickly, before we go into the offices, we'll just have a look in the warm room where we keep our honey and ginger.
Mr. Wood, this is
Yes, this is W.R. Wood, who was a cousin of my grandfather. My grandfather was Henry Wood, and he was one of the great architects of the company. He did a tremendous amount of work to get the company going and arranged for the London building that we had to be put up.
I wonder what he'd think of these new computerised offices and buildings.
He'd be quite intrigued, I think. He wouldn't understand it, but he'd be interested to have a look.
We need to compare our brand with other brands, either known brands or branded labels or supermarket labels with other products. So we go out at random, select items from small stores, supermarkets, and do a comparison to ensure that our product is superior, as good if not better than any branded make.
Gordon, you're quality control manager, so tell me what that task involves.
Task involves various aspects, ensuring the quality of the brand, ensuring that our brand is equal to or better than other brands on the market, whether they are home label branded products, supermarket branded products. And we do various tests on the products, first of all to ensure they comply to our specifications for quality and that they are equal to and better than other brands on the market.
Okay, what's your favourite item that
I shouldn't really say this, but if you turn to your right here, you'll see we do a range of fruits in alcohol.
Oh, really?
One of the most famous products, so it's everybody coming in who likes to test these.
Yeah.
But shouldn't say this, but mainly the actual roasted and salted nuts are one of those favourite
I should imagine you've got Christmas coming up now, and this is one of your really busy times, I guess.
Extremely busy.
Yeah.
Stressing all items, lots of new lines, lots of new Christmas products, particularly confectionery, puddings and such like new recipes coming in, new packaging that have to be assured that they are correct, meet all the legal requirements.
Yeah, right.
Vegetarian products.
They're getting pretty big now.
Pretty big. We have a number of inquiries for a lot of either the vegan associations.
Yeah, one of our presenters
the
mad vegetarians. I have to get them up and talk to you.
They come on, they need to know all the ins and outs, what the E numbers are, what they mean. A lot of people don't realise, of course, that a number of the E numbers are natural products, but they are just given a classification number. So because of restricted space on labelling, they use an E number rather than a descriptive term.
Peter, that was quite an extensive tour, and Lord Montague was whiz around. They seemed to enjoy it, didn't they?
Yes, I think particularly sampling some of the products,
Yeah.
and he's obviously very interested in technology. He spent quite a bit of time in the computer department looking at the sort of box of tricks and things.
I couldn't believe how many items you stock, over 1,000 items.
That's right, about 1,000 lines, and we distribute to about 6,000 customers around the UK. Mainly sort of smaller delicatessens, department stores, independent shops. We've invested sort of £6 million in the last 2.5 years, which for a £20 million company is quite a heavy investment. And we're going to expand significantly over the next few years and take on more staff, and we've got very exciting plans.
So things are looking very good for you, and you won't get in a pickle. That's very good. Terrible. No, anyway, no, things are looking very good for you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And,
very pleased. Everyone's got to eat, and hopefully if they keep on eating quality food, we have a good future.
And you've got Christmas coming up, so it's going to be
Yes, that's our busiest time of the year. And, sell a lot of our luxury products to Harrods and Fortnums and Selfridges and larger department stores and British Home Stores, John Lewis, companies like that.
Okay. So, well, anyway, thanks very much for showing us around today. It's been a smashing visit, and thanks again. And best of luck for you.
Fine. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks a lot.
Cheerio. All the best.
Hair and Beauty Salon offer free individual advice by top hairstylists using a full range of hair and beauty products. Telephone Andover 355 839 now for an appointment and get a 20% promotional discount on all treatments. Visit Specs for a spectacular new look.
Behind us, we've got all these satellite dishes. Can you tell me how this actually works?
Big question.
Big question.
I'm not sure I can give a quick answer.
We were with Wire TV just now, and they told us they feed a satellite up to for their live stuff.
Correct.
But
yeah.
tell me what happens to the signal from there.
Right. Well, it starts life that many years ago, there's a gentleman called Arthur C. Clarke, who's probably better known for writing 2001, and he wrote an article in a magazine called Wireless World. And this was 1949, and the article suggested that if you placed a radio transmitter up in space at a distance of 38,000 kilometres, it would stay stable relative to the Earth continuously. And that's how satellite transmission starts. So what happens in terms of television programs such as Wire TV or Children's Channel or any other program, it's uplinked from a point on the Earth to the satellite, and then it's radiated back down to the Earth from the same satellite. What we do is recover all those signals, we process them and put them onto the cable that gets delivered to the customers' homes.
Right. So, Joe was saying you don't actually make programs, do you, Andover Cablevision?
No, we don't make programs. We search the skies for new and interesting programs to bring to our customers, and we look at a number of different satellites. You know, rather than just the normal direct-to-home Astra satellite, we look at other ones that are operated by different companies. Yeah. In fact, in here we also monitor things from places as far apart as Egypt and Cyprus and Turkey, and we can look at all these different programs, and eventually, I suppose one day, we'll all want to watch programs from Egypt. There's some good football on there, actually.
But to actually send the programs to your viewers, you use cable?
We use cable. We use, in this operation, we use coaxial cable. In our other projects, we're looking at using fibre cable, and it's rather like a larger size of the cable you have in your normal television aerial that comes out the back of a TV set.
So what do you think of Town TV?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's pretty good, pretty good.
We'll get you doing that. So, Alan.
Right.
What happens?
Well, we looked outside at the dishes as we came past,
yeah,
where we received the radio signals, and in here we make those radio signals into video and audio signals. And so on this side of the room, we have all the receivers for the channels we carry at the moment. We also have receivers we can look at different satellites with. So, for example, we're here looking at a signal from an Egyptian television service, and we can select all different things.
Right.
We take these signals, and we have the equipment that plays back the Town TV programs.
All right.
This is where your programs go out twice a day, 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Right, we take the video and audio signals that we've received from space, and we pass them across to this side of the room, where we have the modulators, which are effectively lots of little television transmitters, and each one is serving one particular channel. So there's one there that's going to carry Town TV on it, obviously. They all get combined together into one big radio signal, then put onto the cable that goes down around the town, and eventually to our customers' houses.
Sure. So how many channels have you got?
We currently carry something like 32, I think it is, but we can carry 40 plus channels.
Yeah.
It's an awful lot of television. So all the signals get combined together and get fed out on the cable, as I say, and delivered to a customer. In the customer's home is a box, and the box then feeds into the television set. And we control what channels the box is going to look at via the computer over here. And for each subscriber has his own unique number and his unique profile of channels he subscribes to.
Right. Obviously, cable TV is on the up and up. Is it an exciting media to be in at the moment?
Enormous number of changes going on, yes, and from very slow beginnings, then we're seeing significant growth in cable television throughout the UK today. Cable in the UK passes over 2 million homes, and there are nearly 500,000 cable television subscribers in the UK. So that's getting to be an exciting number. We think that the provision of cable television is definitely the way to go forward for the extra viewing choice on the TV screen. Does away with dishes, does away with any aerial, no fuss, all delivered straight into the home by a piece of wire which you can't see. It's definitely the best way for.
What's your score on Town TV?
Town TV viewers, this is how we really spend our vacation days. And Steve's looking very hungry on the end of the camera, aren't you, Steve?
I'm having the pasta.
And Andy in the suit is performing very well. Steve, Howard's got tonsillitis, and but I think we'll go with this.
Elton John, I did Elton John's first album with him, and Elton and Reg at that time was Reg and Bernie Taupin. They were working the same company that I was as songwriters, and they wanted somebody to do an album. So I did it at half rates. Now this is really going to annoy me.
So you some money?
Bet you're kicking yourself now.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Reg
I got to-
Dwight there.
Oh, Reggie, but he
Yeah.
did. The boy's done good, only slightly.
Tony had a band before the Trogs called Plastic Penny, and he hasn't told you, but he had a #1 with Plastic Penny called
Everything I Am.
Everything I Am.
You left in '88.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it was getting to the stage where it was one of those lulls, and I thought I was going into a lull as well. I thought I think I'm going to get a job here just to see what it's like on the outside world. So I did, and I enjoyed it for a while. But a while is a while, and I had enough of that, so I'm back in playing again, and obviously doing the Town TV thing.
Are you still doing Wild Thing?
Yeah, I do. I didn't sing Wild Thing. I mean, Reg sang Wild Thing, but I do Wild Thing now. But
Make my heart
What? Sing? Oh yeah.
You're doing well. You're doing well.
You something everything.
Yeah.
What's the next bit?
Groovy.
Groovy.
See,
That's really 60s. That's really groovies.
Oh no, you show me up now.
That's not the next line.
I mean, you were born in 1966,
I was.
and that is when Wild Thing came
I'm as old
out.
as your greatest hit.
Well, you're excused for not knowing the lyrics,
You're very kind.
but nobody else is.
Listen, guys, it's been great talking to you. Here's to
Fair,
many
it's been
more
great talking.
years.
Yeah. And to you. Thanks for coming down to Andover.
It's great.
It's great to have you down here. We want to see you down here some more.
And thanks to YTV for putting up with us. Okay.
Cheers, Dave.